thousands of dollars into this Avalanche. It has low miles and there's nothing wrong with it. Why? Let's find out. Let's get started. This is a 2013 Chevy Avalanche, and it's not just any Avalanche, it's the Black Diamond series. It has got very beautiful paint, a lot of great options, only 77,000 miles on it. It is immaculate. The customer brought it to us with a long list of things they wanted done, and it wasn't about whether it needed it. He wants it done. So we're not going to argue with him. We're going to show you all the services and things we've done to this vehicle. He wants to keep it in pristine condition, like new. He doesn't have time for breakdowns. He wants it fixed now so that it doesn't have to worry about later. And that's kind of the thing we're going to get at today with this vehicle is sometimes you can spend a little bit of money now and save a ton of money later and time. For some people that are in business positions or executive positions, time is money. They don't have time for breakdowns, but they do have money to keep it in great condition. So, let's go ahead and take a look around this thing. It is so nice. It does have a Nebraska tag on it all the way from Lincoln, Nebraska, all the way down to Newton, Kansas. As you come around, you can see it has the pearl white paint, kind of a reflective, vibrant paint. It's very, very beautiful. Even the chrome shines like new. The wheels shine like new. And you can see on this badge here, it is the Black Diamond Avalanche 2002 to 2013 Special Edition. Now as we come around to the back, even the lenses on the brake lights look like they're fresh off the showroom floor. It is literally a brand new truck. Let's go ahead and hop under the hood. You never know what you're going to find when you open a car's hood, especially when a customer reports some serious issues under the hood, which this vehicle doesn't have, but it makes me a little nervous of what we're going to find. You know what also makes me nervous? Moving. Not just my house, but my entire shop. I'm not nervous about living or working in New Mexico. I'm talking about the actual process of moving. If you've moved, you kind of know what I'm talking about, but with the shop, double it. The stress of getting all the logistics together to pack, load up a truck, drive 11 hours, set up, and be ready to open again quickly. The next couple of months are going to be very hard for me, Mrs. Wizard. This is just one of those times in your life that you might need a little extra help and support. Trying to manage all this stress can seem impossible. Talking with a therapist helps you work through your problems. They offer things you can do to better manage the stress. As we work through the move, we may need to reach out to long-term sponsor BetterHelp. They have trained therapists that will listen to your problems and concerns and offer unbiased advice. It's so easy to get started, no need to search through a maze of therapists. Call and make an appointment a month out, and then take time out of your busy day to drive to their office. With BetterHelp, you can take a simple online quiz and they will match you with a licensed therapist quickly. Then you choose how you want to get help, phone, video, or text. Over 6 million people have gotten help through BetterHelp, and they have a 4.8 out of 5 rating on the App Store. You don't get that score unless you know what you're doing. If life's got you down, don't wait. Click the link in the description or head to betterhelp.com/carwizard to get 10% off your first month. Therapy can be a meaningful space to reflect, grow, and create positive change in your life. Now back to this Black Diamond Avalanche. Nothing special under the hood, just your typical 5.3-liter LS-based Vortec engine. It is AFM. It does have AFM, and we'll show you here in a minute in the interior that they have one of those disablers installed already. But the main thing we're doing to this is a lot of belts, hoses, services. We're not fully finished with it yet, but we're getting most of the way there already. You can see it has brand new belt, brand new idler pulley, brand new tensioner, brand new power steering hoses, brand new radiator hoses, all kinds of new stuff. Before we get this thing in the air and take a look underneath, Mrs. Wizard will show you guys around the interior. It's so beautiful in there. It's so nice.
There you have it, 77,416 miles. And yep, easy to read gauge cluster, very classic for Chevy products. As we move up, the dash looking nice. Got some nice wood-esque trim there. Very simple, long, sleek HVAC vents. Infotainment screen beneath that with more wood accents around. Got a spot here to just hold coins and whatnot. We've got a cup holder here, and we have a very large center console. And this is just a center console. It does not have seat underneath. This is stationary. But I do love the spot here for your cell phone. You can drop it in and not have to worry about it going flying around if you're, driving in traffic. As we look at our seats, they have perforated leather in the center, and there is no bolster on this because this is a truck. We really don't do too much drifting in trucks, especially ones this size. Door card is looking really good. We've got kind of an ivory color, and we've got taupe on top. As we get to the back seat, I like how they have integrated in a seat that's more appropriate maybe for an SUV where it's got a 40-60 split. I like that. So you can still have a person or two back there and still have a little bit more cargo space. Again, you can see on the window it can be removed and the seat can also be lowered down to make this a very long bed truck. Headliner looking really good. Got a moonroof over there, which is covered at the moment. And one thing that Wizard removed so we can do some more testing and everything is they do have that AFM immobilizer that does go into that OBD2 port back under there, but it is so far removed just to make sure everything is running properly with the vehicle. Steering wheel is looking really nice, like the buttons on the side, like the steel accent here as well. Looking really good. So let's get this up in the air and see what it looks like on the underneath.
And just as luck would have it, it is starting to rain. You can kind of hear it on the roof. Maybe some of you like the ASMR of rain noise. If you do, there you go. So we look underneath, and one thing I do like about this era of trucks is so easy to work on the front up here. You just reach everything, the whole front engine. The radiator up above there, everything is nice and dry, nothing's leaking. We do have some new hoses right here, power steering hoses. The old ones are starting to get a little bit cracked from age, so we're replacing those. But everything else is in really good shape. Let's check these wheels. Brakes are about 80% remaining. Strut is not blown. We do have an issue with the sway bar links and the bushings. There's a kind of a little noise when there's driving. It's really the only problem this vehicle has. We're going to be replacing front and rear sway bar links and bushings. That will be completely solved. Our CV boots are good. I don't see anything leaking from the steering rack. 80% on the brakes. CV boots are good here. Strut is not blown. Sway bar link and everything. It's noisy, but it's not broken. And nothing loose there. Another thing I like about this era of trucks is the entire frame and all the cross members are actually coated in like a waxy substance to help with rust. One thing that's cool is we can see all the original tags are still in place. You can see here it says AABR, GGA Plant 1, 8.25 front axle. Oil pan's dry, nothing leaking, not really a drip of anything. As we get back to the transmission, we are going to be doing a service on this. 77,000 miles is a perfect time for 2015 to go ahead and get filter fluid service on this and keep everything up to snuff. We have all our stock exhaust, everything's intact. Here's our transfer case, nothing leaking out of it. You can see our ABS modules right here, easy to get to. If there's any issues, you just really work on it right there. Here's our drive shaft. The rear one is good, no loose U-joints, and the front one, nothing loose there either. Big suitcase shaped muffler. Here's our fuel tank. No skid plates or anything on this one, but really with a black diamond version, you're not going to be taking this off-road. So it does have some metal shielding here, but nothing on the bottom. Here's our differential. No pinion seal leaks and no cover leaks. We do have something that probably will fail in the future, but it's currently fine. We have air suspension or load leveling suspension in the back. It has airbags for comfort. It gives good comfort. It also levels the rear if you load it down with a heavy load. Everything's intact. Everything's working fine there. There's our compressor. The brakes are about 50% in the back. We're going to replace this sway bar link and also these bushings. You can see right here, it's got some egg shape going on and starting to get wallowed out there. Time for new bushings. And we'll check this wheel out. Brakes are 50%. Shock's not blown. Everything's in good shape there. It's holding air. We are going to be replacing these, like I said, but everything else looks good. Our spare tire is definitely full of air. No rust anywhere. None. So let's get this thing back on the ground. So you guys like parts full of carts. We don't have multiple carts full of parts, but we do have some parts here I'll show you. I'll go ahead and move this over. Yes. We have up on top our sway bar links and bushings I talked to you guys about. New plug wires and new plugs. All new. We do see the valve cover here. I want to talk to you guys about that. The customer wanted their PCV valve replaced. Unfortunately, the PCV valve is the valve cover on these. You can see right here on this little port, it's kind of pressed in. And then I'll flip it over to the other side. And you can see it's this big chamber here, and it has the PCV valve built into the valve cover itself. We presented that to the customer, and he said, that's fine, go ahead and replace the whole thing then. And down here on the next level, we have radiator hoses, heater hoses, reservoir hoses. Here's our old idler, our old tensioner, old air filter. And on the third level, belt, more hoses, and more hoses. So the name of the game here is pretty much rubber components. We have rubber hoses, rubber belt, all kinds of rubber parts basically. One thing that's really interesting, guys, is it did have a clunking noise with the sway bar links and bushings. I showed you guys are going to need to replace those, but other than that, none of this needed to be done. Nothing was wrong with any of this stuff. It probably had a lot of life left in it. But I'll talk to you here in a little bit about the situation and why we went ahead and replaced all this. But it's going to be a lot of money. So the customer scheduled this in, they wanted some services done, and they actually wrote out a list of things they wanted looked at or replaced. And we did mention to them some of the things are worn out, some of them are not, but we did quote the price of everything. And we gave the customer the estimate, and he said 3 words that Crazy D in the office loves to hear. Do it all. All of it. I want everything done. Okay. This is a situation you don't argue with the customer and say, oh man, you know, these hoses still have some life. Are you sure you want to do that? The reason why is because this customer has an expectation of what they want as far as the level of condition of their vehicle. They want everything tip-top shape all the time. If that's what they want and they're willing to pay for it, I'm happy to do it. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to fight with them. There's no reason to. Because this customer takes such good care of their vehicle, they're very likely not going to run in a bunch of trouble. I foresee this vehicle easily lasting 400,000 miles. I've seen some Chevy trucks that made it to 450. And if you keep maintaining it and keeping everything brand new, everything in good condition, there's no reason why this won't reach 400,000 miles. Now there are many vehicles that come in at times that are on their last leg or they're really in bad condition and they want to do a lot of services. I'm like, hey, this has only so much life left. It's probably not worth it. But in this vehicle, it is definitely worth it. It has tons and tons of life and value left in it. A lot of shops out there will try to run up the bill and try to make it more expensive. This is one of those situations where it's the other way around. The customer has a nice long list and they want you to do it all. So we definitely are going to do it all. Very happy for this customer to get everything taken care of. He just wants to drive it and enjoy it. It's so nice and he wants to keep it so nice. Only 77,000 miles on it. He must not put tons of miles on it every year. And with all new hoses, fluids, services, this thing's going to last a long time. Are these trucks a good truck? Absolutely, especially when you disable the active fuel management on them. And there's a link in the description below to take you to our Amazon affiliates link. We actually sell those. You can go purchase one. It just plugs into your OBD2 port. And while it's plugged in, it just turns that system off. It won't even allow it to run. That can be a problem point, especially if you do poor oil change services, which obviously this customer is not. But all the lifters and things can really cause a lot of trouble with these engines, can cause engine failures. But if you turn it off, it probably won't be any trouble for you at all. But still, you want to keep up on your services. In the era of 2025 and newer trucks costing $70,000, $80,000, $90,000, and I've told you guys, it doesn't matter the brand. All 3, the big 3, all of them are trash right now, all of them. This is the way to go. Find one with lower miles that's in excellent shape and do all these services and keep it in good shape because I don't see it getting any better with the newer vehicles for quite a while. This is the way to go. If you're curious what kind of tools we're going to use or have used to work on this Black Diamond Avalanche or any other vehicle in the shop, check our Amazon affiliates link in the description below, just like the AFM disabler. There's many tools and things we use every day, tried and true in the shop, that you can check out there. And if you purchase any of them, we get a small cut and really appreciate it. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell before you go because we have so many more videos to come. Thanks for watching.